Hello everyone, this is Kim, and for today's video, I'll be discussing to you all about economic governance. So, governing our planet's rich and diverse natural resources is an increasing complex challenge in our globalized world of interconnected nations. So, this might be economies and people, and managing environmental threats, particularly those that cross political borders, such as air pollution and biodiversity loss, will require a good governance. So, on the later part of my discussion, I'll be discussing to you the 7 elements of economic governance. Okay, so let's start first with the definition of terms. So it is a very important conceptual, there is actually an important conceptual distinction between governance and management. So let me discuss first what governance is. So governance is generally defined as the institutions, structures, and processes. These are the determinants who makes decision, how and for whom decisions are made, whether how and what actions are taken, and by whom and to what effect. On the other hand, management on the other hand refers to resources, plans, and actions that result from the functioning of governance, which I discussed earlier. So now, what is economic governance? Okay, so economic governance are processes or is a process of decision making involved in the control and management of the environment and natural resources. So it formulates and implements policies in response to environment related demands and inputs from the society. It possesses characteristics of good governance for the purpose of attaining environmentally sustainable environment. So the central objective of environmental governance is actually to maintain and to improve the ability of the environmental systems to function and to produce ecosystem services through the persistence of species, habitats, or biodiversity. Okay, so now I'll be discussing to you the important topic for this discussion, which are the 7 elements of good governance. So, again, as what I've said earlier, governing our planet's rich and diverse natural resources actually needs a good governance. And these 7 elements are very vital in terms of governing our environmental system. So, to further halt the degradation and increasing complex challenges in our environmental governance, we need the 7 elements for us to be able to have an effective environmental policies, effective governance in terms of our ecosystem, in terms of political borders such as air pollution, biodiversity loss, which again requires a new global, regional, national, and local responses, and involving a wide range of stakeholders or people, where again, these 7 elements of good governance are very vital. So to start with the first element, which is direction. So in a good governance, we need to have a clear direction. A clear direction which is provided through precision in the articulation of the vision, goals, and aims, and establishment of clear boundaries on action and the scope, which establishes what effective action encompasses, and having a clear direction sets milestones for achieving success. Okay, now for the next element, which is coordination. So, coordination of roles, functions, and mandates of different government agencies and organizations. So perhaps through a coordinating body or co-management of a unit. This element helps instead to establish a system of rules, and this also ensures the adequacy of management actions and resolves trade-offs. Okay, so the third environmental governance is capacity. So the presence of active development of capacity actually includes skills. So precisely this is a good leadership and conflict resolution, and also resources. So precisely these are financial resources and infrastructure. So this element enables the initiation of planning processes and implementation of management actions. Okay, now for the next element, when planning and management decisions are informed by the best available knowledge. So this is the next element. This includes diverse and integrated knowledge of different types. This might be natural or social, and of systems, scientific or local or indigenous. And with this element, this can increase the likelihood of effective outcomes. So again, for us to be able to have an effective environmental governance, when planning and management decisions, we need to be informed with the best available knowledge, which includes diverse and integrated knowledge types, mainly natural and social, or of systems, scientific, local, or indigenous. So as you can see, each element actually has an intercorrelation with each other. Each element has a vital role in terms of having an effective environmental governance. Okay, now for the next element, which is being accountable. So we need to have a clear mechanism to hold governors accountable, who can help to ensure that mandated decisions are followed and effective actions are being taken. So leaders or governors or the one who is responsible for the management of our environmental governance needs to be accountable, and being accountable means being responsible. Being responsible in terms of the mandates that are being issued, or the decisions that are being made, the resources or the the usage of resources in the environmental governance, and the actions that are being taken by the people involved. So we're almost done. For my next slide, which is the last element of a good environmental governance, wherein efficiency of governance is highly required. Efficient governance requires that time requirements of actors are reasonable, that efficacy guides the choice of management actions and deployment of public resources, and that costs and actions are commensurate with the system's productivity. So I hope you guys learned from me. So again, thank you and thanks for watching. Bye bye.